Hello YouTube, my name is Nero and today we have some Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and some brand new information regarding Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered has surfaced. I want to share that information with you guys here in this video. So all this info is actually going to be referenced from a Forbes article. If you guys would like to go ahead and read that article, there's going to be a link to it down there at the very bottom of the video description. It's a lengthy read, I'll warn you guys now, but it's a pretty good read nonetheless, especially if you're interested in Call of Duty 4 Remastered. I mean, you got stuff coming in from Activision in there, you have Infinity Ward's studio head popping in, you have the Raven Software co-founder and studio directors also chiming in, giving their thoughts and opinions towards remastering Call of Duty 4 and kind of like their design philosophy, what went into it, some of the things we can expect, and so on and so forth. So it's a pretty good read, but I'm going to try and summarize a lot of it for you guys here in this video. The first thing I want to point out is they have revealed to us via this article 2 of the 10 multiplayer maps that are going to be featured in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. So the 2 new maps that they revealed to us today are going to be Bog, as was Overgrown, and the previously established 3 maps that we already knew were going to be in the game are going to be Crash, Backlot, and Crossfire. So we now know 5 of the 10 multiplayer maps that are going to be featured in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. I'm definitely looking forward to finding out the 5 more, right? Shipment better be there. I'm just saying, shipment better be there, but I'm definitely looking forward to finding out more. We're probably going to get some more leaks or some more reveals here in the very near future. I'm definitely interested to learn more about that. A big thing you could take away from this article is they want the game itself to remain true to the original form in terms of gameplay, guns, kill streaks, and so on, right? They want the maps and the game modes to relatively remain unchanged mechanically, even while the game is going to look remarkably better, right? That's actually from the article. They said they want to make it so the maps and the modes will remain unchanged mechanically, even though the game itself is going to look remarkably better, which is a great thing. They also go on to say that Raven Software, who is developing Modern Warfare Remastered, if you guys don't know, they are the people making it, and Infinity Ward is kind of like executive producing it. They took Overgrown as their quote-unquote beautiful corner, and this is actually really interesting to me. So they took Overgrown. It was like the first map that they remastered, and they're using it kind of as a proof of concept as well as a point of reference for remastering the rest of the maps. They have reworked everything in this game, from the grass to the wind to textures, buildings, even the sky, for crying out loud. They have updated the sky boxes, which, I mean, you might as well. That's probably the easiest part of it. I mean, really all they do is put a sky image up there, then they're done, right? But they want to make it so the clouds are kind of moving. They want to make it so light's coming down in certain areas. They want to make it so the game feels like COD 4, but is beautiful, which I think is exactly what a lot of players want. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and quote the Raven Software studio director, David Pellis. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. I'm going to quote him directly here. There's a lot of new tech and new features going on into the maps, but the one thing, the core thing that we're very cognitive of is we wanted the gameplay experience to remain the same. So we're not looking to make significant changes to multiplayer maps, for example, but what we're able to do because of the new generation of hardware is offer such an incredible leap forward in graphic fidelity. Now, the new features he's talking about, essentially, guys, it's not like they're going to be trying to make it so there's, I don't know, like a death arena or something like that, like they did with the Shipment remake and Ghost. What they're trying to do is make it so light rays come down in better spots, right? They're making it so you have this little splashing effect when you're going through the puddles in the ravine on Overgrown. Nice, fancy, new graphical additions, essentially, is what they're talking about. Another quote would be, our directive at the beginning, and we believe this to be an important aspect of the remaster, is to remain true to the tenets that made Modern Warfare the game we all remember it to be. So we're not looking to reinvent the wheel. We're really trying to stay true to that game experience. This is all great news. This is everything I wanted to hear. I wanted to know that this game was going to be a lot like Call of Duty 4. Now, you could argue that certain perks, certain weapons, and stuff like that might actually need to be changed, and that's definitely a valid argument for sure. But it's good to hear that they're going to try to keep the game as true to COD 4 as possible, while at the same time perhaps actually nerfing or buffing certain things. We don't know too much about it. All they really said in this particular article is that the game itself is going to remain true to the original in terms of gameplay, guns, kill streaks, and so forth, but that was actually coming from the guy writing the article. It wasn't actually a direct quote from anybody at Raven Software, Activision, or Infinity Ward, so just take that all with a grain of salt. We don't know exactly what they're going to be changing about the game. They may actually strip down a couple of weapons, may strip down a couple of perks. I know I talk about it in every single one of my videos where I cover Modern Warfare Remastered, but it's true. We don't know too much about that right now, and I'm definitely interested to learn more about it, because if they're going to be stripping away things from the game, I wouldn't be so happy with that. I want the game to kind of be as much like Call of Duty 4 as possible, because that was one of my favorite games ever, and it's the game that actually got me into the Call of Duty series in the first place. If it weren't for Call of Duty 4 picking that up on Christmas back in 2007, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be in NerosCinema. I wouldn't be here on YouTube. It's weird to imagine where my life would be if Call of Duty 4 was never a part of my life. So this game means a lot to me, and I want it to be as much like the original as possible. Although if they were to, change around the perks, like for example, make it so Frag times 3 is not as powerful as it was, or make it so Martyrdom and Last Stand aren't the thing, then okay, but I think I would still prefer the original COD 4 over a new tweaked one. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I would prefer the other one, I just don't know it yet. So we're gonna have to see as more details become available. Once again, guys, if you guys want to read that full article, feel free to do so. They have some serious passion for Modern Warfare Remastered over there at Raven Software. It's nice to see a developer have such passion and love for the project that they're working on. It's definitely nice to see that, and you can just tell by reading the article, these guys love Call of Duty 4. I love Call of Duty 4, so I'm glad that we share an opinion on that, and I'm hoping this turns out to be the best game that could possibly be. And I'm definitely looking forward to learning as much about this game as humanly possible, and making many more videos on it in the future, and making a bunch of videos on it when the game actually comes out, because as somebody who has like 50 plus days of playtime in the original COD 4, I feel as though I'm well equipped to actually teach people everything they need to know about that game. So that's going to be a lot of fun from my perspective, and I hope you guys are looking forward to the game as well, especially those of you guys that have never played it before, because it's a much different game compared to what Call of Duty has been over the past, say 5 years or so, and I think you guys would like it. So I'm definitely looking forward to Modern Warfare Remastered. I'm hoping it's going to live up to the hype, and yeah, I guess we're going to have to wait until we learn more about it. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I hope you guys all found it helpful and informative. If you did, please drop me a rating. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.